What's up? I'm the Empathetic Chicken. This is gonna be sort of like a talk video, so like if you wanna put it in the background or whatever, you're not really gonna miss much. But I just wanted to come on here and just talk about where I'm currently at with things, I guess. Just like a little vlog type or like video journal type thing like I used to do. Because I feel like I'm kind of moving through a lot of things right now, and I guess like to be honest, the pressure of uploading a video like is kind of here a little bit. So it's like maybe I'll just do like a little personal update kind of video, because that like requires less effort and stress and stuff. So I don't know, that's kind of my thinking. Like, it's been almost a month, so just at least share something. But I mean, not just pressure because of pressure, but because like I also want to like document what I'm going through right now, and I don't know, maybe sharing it could help somebody else, like if they're struggling with some things that are similar, or I don't know. I just feel like I'm always discovering things that are helping me, and just be cool to pass it along, you know. So I don't know, I just wanted to start with like, I wasn't like getting too deep too quick, but I'm just gonna do it. But I'm just gonna read a quote that I wrote down that my brother said the other day whenever we were talking, because we had like a little heart-to-heart conversation, which was really just like me crying the whole time and him talking. But anyway, he just said some stuff that like really like stood out to me in the moment. So anyway, without further ado, because I'll keep blabbing, I'm gonna read two, but okay, I'm sorry, the pressure. So first one says, stop beating yourself up for what you're not and have compassion for what you are. And then, you're not beyond hope. So basically, a little backstory is I finally got around to like coming out of my hermit shell, like, because I go through these periods where I just kind of don't know how to be social and stuff, and like even with my family I just kind of like disconnect. And I don't know, like I think like it's a combination of things. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna go into a whole like life analysis, but pretty much when I get like burnout and stuff, like with work and other things, like just trying to like manage my time, it just doesn't go well. Like, I just don't know how to like balance all the things, and it's easy to just like stay to myself basically. And then also like I'll have all these like weird stories in my head about why people don't care about me and like why they don't like want to see me or whatever, like connect with me. And it's just something that I've always kind of like struggled with since I was a kid. And anyway, like I broke through the resistance and I finally showed up and visited, and then I was sort of like going through a rough patch. Like, I mean, I feel like I say that a lot, but it kind of reaches like these breaking points sometimes where it's just like, this is too much. So I guess I was kind of not in the best like mindset or whatever when I showed up, and then eventually like we started talking about stuff, like just how I felt and how I was just overwhelmed with work because I just been doing like some crazy hours, and it's just taking its toll. And I just feel like I'm not like cut out for like, I don't know, I don't want to say I'm not cut out for hard work, because I definitely am, and I'm doing it. But I just like, if I had a choice in it, like I kind of would like to have a better balance with like not feeling like crap like every day, you know? So I just been struggling a lot with work and feeling like it's just consuming my life, and I feel like I'm just like living to work and not enjoying anything. And then like every waking moment that I'm not at work, I'm like pressuring myself to like work on my side business, like my art stuff. And it's like, I guess it just got to the point where like, because I'm so like stretched thin, that like I started, I don't know, there was just a time like the last market that I did, it's like I got there and I just felt like I was kind of like going like in like going within myself, like just closing off, and I just didn't feel like talking to anybody or like being there. And I mean, I struggle with stuff like socially sometimes, but I feel like I was doing good like for a while, just kind of coming out of my shell and like feeling comfortable with markets. And I don't know, like I guess everything just kind of caught up to me because I did like, I don't even remember how many in a month, like, but it was like probably either 4 or over 4, but like that on top of like a full-time job. And I don't know, like it was just for me, like my plate was like over full, and I just started to feel it. So basically, like that was sort of like a little like nod to myself that like, hey, something's gotta change. It's like you're not even enjoying the stuff that you want to enjoy anymore, like because you're so like, I don't know, just stressing yourself out with everything, trying to like juggle everything. And I don't know, I basically, I just don't like when I get like that, like where I feel like I can feel like, I don't know if other people can relate, like that are weird like me, like with social problems, but it's like when I'm around people, sometimes I just kind of like, I don't know, it's like I act like I can feel myself sort of like acting weird and like disconnecting myself. And it's like I felt bad because like there were people that tried to talk to me and stuff, and then like I just kind of didn't have the energy to like, you know, engage, and I was just kind of in my head. So like sort of all I could muster was just like the wave and, you know, forced smile and stuff. So I don't know, I just don't like when I get like that, because it's sort of like I can tell that it's like an old thing that I used to do, like to protect myself and stuff. And not that like I don't want to like demonize that part of me, because like I like to acknowledge like how it served me, like obviously like to protect me and stuff, like whenever I felt like I couldn't trust people or like I felt overwhelmed, like yeah. So like I understand why it's there and everything, but like I just don't feel like it's needed anymore. Or maybe it was in that moment, I don't know. But basically that was information for me to like take a step back and like evaluate like what's going on with my life, because like I felt like super disconnected from myself and my life for like, I guess like I'd say most of it. Like I don't know, maybe that's weird to say, but it's like I'm doing like all these things, but I don't really feel anything. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't feel anything, but it's just hard for me to feel like proud of myself, or really to like connect with the parts of me that I don't know what I'm even trying to say here, but like the parts that I like about myself, or that like the passions that I have. It feels like I'm just like dead inside or something. Like I'm trying, like the spark is still in there, like I'm fighting like to hold on to what inspires me, but I guess like I just feel like a part of me has like been lost or something. I don't know. I feel like I just went on a long tangent. But anyway, like me and my brother had this like heart to heart, and like I just explained to him how like miserable I felt and like overwhelmed, and just how like I don't know how, like, I mean, I'm not trying to be like woe is me or get like attention or anything, or like, I don't know, I'm okay, like I'm making it, but I was just like, I don't, I feel like so many things in my head. It's just hard to like be human for me, I guess, for a lot of people, but like it's just something that I like consistently struggle with. I just feel like I don't know how to like feed myself properly. I just can't keep up. I feel like there's so many things in my head that like I don't know how to like organize and like apply myself to like accomplish. Like I have so much like I go through these periods where I have so much inspiration and like, yeah, like I want to do stuff and like I want to do this and that, and I have like endless sticky notes and like ideas in my phone, and just like all these things, like projects that I want to do. And then like when it comes to actually like doing them, it's like maybe I'm focused for a little bit and then I jump to another thing and then it like never gets done. It's just like I never get anything like done. I'm not gonna say anything because I can, but it takes me like years, like it did with like my Oracle deck. Like it took me like I don't know how many years to get that thing done. But anyway, I've just been like recognizing how much I feel like I don't have it together and I don't know what I'm doing with my life, and I feel like I'm not like where I should be or whatever. And it's like I look at all these other people, and I know comparison's not a good thing, but it's just like hard sometimes not to look at other people and be like, dang, like they're really like doing this thing. Like why am I having such a hard time, and like why aren't I like where I feel like I want to be yet? Like why? Like, that was one of the things I was struggling with at the market. Like, it's like I kept, like, thinking about how much I've, like, invested in my business stuff and, like, my art, which is really, like, disproportionate to, like, how much I've invested in my day job. Because, like, obviously hours and stuff. But anyway, like, any kind of effort that I can manage to put, like, toward anything, it goes to like this channel and like my art stuff, like my markets and all that. But it feels like in that moment it just felt like everything was just like useless, like nothing, like no progress was happening, like I didn't make much money. And like it's not about like the money or anything, but like I'll admit there's like this part of me that's like tied to like wanting that like validation. And I know that it comes from like never having that, like from like my parents and stuff, and specifically my dad. Like he just never cared about like creative stuff, and like just always said like I should be like a doctor or a lawyer, like the standard thing. And no like shade towards those things, but like for me it's just art's just something that like I've always like done. And sorry, got cut off. But anyway, like there are wounds that I have like with my self-worth and stuff, if you want to put a label on it, and it's like tied to my creativity and stuff and how I just never got validated in that. And I guess like there's a part of me, as much as I hate to admit it, that like still seeks that and wants like the confirmation from the outside that like what I'm doing is good enough and stuff. And it's like hard not to judge myself for that, because I feel like it's like I see through the illusion of it. Like I know it's like dumb, or I don't want to call myself dumb, but it's like I know that I don't need outside validation and I can give that to myself. But it's just like easy to fall in the trap of thinking like, oh, I didn't like sell much today, and that person over there sold more than I did, so I must be doing something wrong, or I must suck. Like I don't know, my head pretty much was lying to me that night and just feed me a bunch of crap about like, yeah, you suck, like your stuff's just not good, nobody understands it, like there's nobody, like you're just doing it for nothing, it's never gonna take off, like blah blah blah. I don't even have to keep elaborating, but yeah. So like there, I don't know, there's just like a lot of things in my head like that I feel like are working against me. And I don't know, it's just something I've struggled with for a long time. It's like why I make oracle decks, because I'm trying to like help even like myself out of these like it's like things that I know better. Like it just sucks because that's something like me and my brother talked about too. It's like he kept telling me to have like I need to have more compassion for myself and like acknowledge like my past and stuff, and how like maybe I can't do things that other people can do, but like that's because I've been through like certain things. And I'm not trying to like act like I'm the only one that's ever gone through things, but like we all have our own like little traumas and stuff. And the issue that I have is just like I know that we went through stuff as kids, but it's like I pretty much like dissociate and like block. Like I just blocked it all out. Like not all of it. Like I have slight memories, but like I don't know. I don't remember anything past like 12 really. And even like up to like being like an adult, like I don't know, it's just like I don't have the best memory. But it's just hard, like kept just saying how I needed to like accept like my past and everything, but it's just hard to like accept something that you don't remember. But anyway, like it's like I know like something in my childhood has like created this inner critic that I have. And I know that I don't need to listen to it anymore. And it's just hard to, I don't know, it's just hard to like retrain your freaking brain, man, when it's like a lifetime of crap being fed to it. Yeah, so like on top of like the mental stuff that I have going on, it's like I have these weird like physical sensations and stuff, and like these episodes, like I don't even want to, I don't know, it's like embarrassing to talk about, but basically like I don't know if it's like panic attacks or what, but it feels like very scary, and I don't know, like part of me doesn't want to share like what it's like because I just feel like it sounds so like crazy, but like whatever, I'm just gonna do it in case there's anybody out there that's experiencing something similar and feels like I have about it, like just a weirdo. And just like, anyway, like I'll just have like these times where I feel like this like electrical like something in my body, and it'll be like this drop sensation in my stomach, like a roller coaster, and then like I'll just feel like doom, like I don't know, like it's just very uncomfortable, and it feels like I'm like not in my body, and like I'm just like losing control, like I don't know, it feels like I'm dying or something. And it happens like, I don't know how frequent, but it happens a lot like when I'm driving, which is like also terrifying. And it seems to be happening, or I think it's happened like at least like once in the past, like once per month in the past 2 months. So I don't know, it's kind of frequent, but yeah, it just really sucks to deal with, and it just like affects how I feel, like all, like it seems like every day like I just have like a headache, or like I feel like trash, and I don't like, it's just hard to feel okay like when your body doesn't feel okay, and then your mind's like not being your friend either. So I was just fed up. And I feel like I also struggle with like asking for support, and like it feels like wrong, and I feel like a burden whenever I ask for help or anything. So like, I don't know, it's just like really good talking with my brother, like just to have some support and like basically hear him talk like and say things that countered like the stupid voice in my head that like tells me all these things that aren't true. And yeah, so that, anyway, like that whole talk like pretty much like sent me into like this like, yeah, I'm gonna invest in myself more and really like tap into what I need, and just take a step back from my creative stuff for a minute and stop pressuring myself to like do all the stuff, and just like, because that was another thing I was telling myself, I was like, oh, I don't have any new stuff for markets, I can't sell Halloween stuff like in December, and I need to make all new stuff. But it's just like, I need to just take a minute, and when I get time I'll make some stuff. If not, I'll show up again with the Halloween stuff, I don't even care. I kind of like rediscovered some books on my bookshelf, because like when this all like these weird like episodes started happening, like it was in therapy school, like I had this weird like thing in class, and it was just like really embarrassing. But anyway, I basically like I had to get one of the other students to help me to like a therapy room, and I just sobbed. Anyway, but yeah, like back when that happened, I was like, I went to the hospital, and they basically like told me they couldn't find anything wrong, and then I felt like a crazy person, and I was just like, well, guess I'm on my own. So like ever since then, I just kind of like looked into like alternative ways of like healing and addressing the issues. And so like I had this book, it's called like TRE or trauma release exercises, and I can't remember like the author, but I'll like put the books and stuff that I mentioned down in the description just in case anybody wants to check them out. But I had that book, and then like I had this video on YouTube, like this playlist of all these like yoga videos for like panic attacks, and then like trauma release exercises, and I don't know, I've been trying to do some of that stuff again, and I was doing okay like a couple weeks back, like just doing it on a schedule, but I don't know, it's really hard to establish habits, man. But like I've kind of been doing it on and off, but I've noticed like when I do take time for that and like just take time for myself, like I just feel a whole lot better. I'm also like taking time to like feed myself properly, and I actually like meal planned this Sunday and like prepped food for like the week, and I actually had lunch, breakfast, and like dinner, and I feel full. Like I'm not like hungry, you know? It's nice. So I don't know, I feel like I'm just kind of getting stuff together, and I mean it's not all like perfect. Like I started just sort of like reorganizing my art room, like I think I mentioned that in a previous video, but I swapped like my bedroom and my art room, because like the big room that my bed was in was like bigger, and I don't need a lot of space to sleep, so I was like, let me put all my stuff in there. And I started organizing and like labeling where stuff goes, because like I have so much stuff but I just don't have like a place for it, so that's been feeling really nice. And then I also discovered like this index card like system thing that was like based on this book in the 80s. Like these sisters, like they just like came up with this method for cleaning their homes, because they were both like slob, or that's what they called themselves, the slob sisters. And I don't know, like I feel like their take on it was for like being homemakers or whatever, but like I'm freaking out of the house. Like that's my issue, why my house is so nasty, because I'm never like home to clean it, and like I'm just so lazy. Like when I get home, I'm just like I don't have the energy. But and also like the way that my like brain works, I feel like it's like harder for me to like just like, keep up with all the stuff. But anyway, like this index card thing, it's like basically like this little box. Like you get a little box and you label your little file thingies with the days of the month, like the numbers, and then you have like a little file for each month of the year, and then you have other stuff too, but like that's all I have pretty much right now. I have like one for my YouTube ideas. It's like sometimes at work I'll have like the spark, and I'll just be like writing on a sticky note like secretly, and then like stuff it in my pocket, and then I'll have it. It's kind of like my notes for this video. And anyway, like I made me a little spot so I can like tuck them in there. But the idea is that it's like you write like your tasks on like an index card, and there's like plenty of videos on this, so like mine's probably not the best. Like if you're interested, it's called the, what is it called? Executive, oh my gosh, something SHE. I don't remember, I had to get back to you. I'll put it in the thing, or do a caption or something. But anyway, you write like all the tasks that you have to do like in a day on cards, and like on a separate card. And then like if you have weekly tasks or like yearly tasks, you can put those in there like accordingly. And it just helps like my brain to see things like visually and like interact with them. Because like if it's just like a list or something, like I don't know, I just see like all this crap and I'm like, that's a lot of junk, I don't want to do that. But like if it's broken down into like for work, I have to like have my big giant water bottle, because I like to try to drink water. And so I did one like fill water bottle, and then for everything that I have to do to make that happen, like I wrote it down, like find it, fill it, put in work bag. And it's like once I do those things, like it just tells me, like I don't know, it feels like it just like frees up a lot of mental space that I feel like I don't have, because I'm thinking of all these other things. So it's nice to just have like the instructions, like okay, this is what I need to do, just gotta like break it down and do it, and it gets done. And then when you're done, you get the satisfaction of like tucking it in like the next day. But yeah, and then I've even like decided to put like some of my cards in there for like a little affirmation every day, and it's just nice. And then like that was what my little quotes were, like the quotes that my brother said that I wrote. Like I have those in like first thing in my day, and I read those because I'm like working on this thing up here, man. I'm gonna introduce a new program. But yeah, anyway, like I just been really enjoying this sort of like analog like planning system, because like I have a planner, but like I usually just get really excited and like fill out some of the planner and follow it for maybe like a week, and then I just forget about it and I don't ever use it. But this, like I've been using it every day, and it sort of like builds like repetition too. Like it's good for pattern, like creating patterns and like habits, because it's like every day I look at these cards and I'm like, okay, like I gotta go feed the cat. I mean, I don't forget to feed my cats, but like I have a card for that just in case. But it just helps me, like when I get home from work, it's like sometimes I just kind of don't know what to do with myself, because like I know things need to be done, but I just like feel overwhelmed at all the things. So like having these cards every day has been really helpful, like because I need to get my water bottle filled, I need to pack snacks for like the morning and my breakfast and my lunch for the next day, I need to get my outfit ready, I need to get like, you know, like all the stupid stuff that like maybe other people can just like do like easily and not like think about it. Just feels like a lot of stuff in my mind, and just having like a little guide every day, like a little reminder, has just been like really nice. So yeah, like I discovered that, and it's like really helpful for those like little tasks, but also for like cleaning. Like the book, there's a book, like I mentioned, I don't have it with me, but I think it's in the car, because I have like this little like tub thing with a handle, and I just keep like, I don't know, I'm like one of those people that just packs too much when they leave, and like I have to I feel like stupid, but like I have all these like things like in that little tub thing, because it's like if I want to work on anything, like I probably like 99% of the time I never have time to like work on anything on my breaks, but like if I wanted to, I would have stuff with me. But anyway, that book is in there because I was like reading it on my breaks and stuff. But it like breaks down like how to start the little box, and like how to tackle like if your home is like a mess. And like, I mean, I haven't really used the book for that, but like I started cleaning my home like a couple weeks back. Like I said, that art room, and there were like these boxes of stuff that were in my bathroom, like because I was trying to do like remodeling at some point that never got done, but there's still time. But anyway, there were 2 boxes that sat for like years because like I didn't know what to do with the stuff in them, and like I slowly like worked my way through them, and I finally got rid of those freaking boxes. Like I don't know, like there's something in the air, man. I'm just feeling like getting everything together. I don't know, like I guess like I just wanted to come on here and just like offer like any kind of like encouragement to other people too, like if they're kind of struggling to hold it together, because like on the outside I feel like it just looks like everybody like knows what they're doing, and I just feel like I have no clue, and I'm just doing my best. And I don't know, it's just like easy to judge ourselves and stuff, like this quote that I already put in my box. But it's just like, just appreciate like how far you've come, like despite your circumstances. Like, oh, that's what my brother was telling me. He was like, you know, you basically came from being like a mute to like having to, and I was preface this by saying like I don't think having degrees makes me like higher than anybody else or better, and I feel like I can't even let myself have that like accomplishment. I'm still working on it. But anyway, he like tends to like really put a lot of value on me having like 2 degrees. So like, I don't know, it's like for me it's hard to be proud of myself for like anything. But I see what he's saying, like, because in high school and stuff, like I basically, or probably prior to high school, like I just kind of like shut down like socially, like because I just didn't, I don't know, I just didn't know how to relate to people, and I felt like they always like thought I was weird and just questioned me and stuff. So like, just kind of put up a wall and just, I don't know, I just didn't talk. And then like somehow I managed to like make it through like college twice, and I don't know, that's something, right? Like I do like YouTube, even though like I feel like this is a safe space because it's basically me just talking to myself until like I release it. But I don't know. Basically, like I just feel like I don't know. We gotta remember like all the stuff it took to get us here, like, because it's not easy. And give yourself some credit, and I'm gonna try to do the same. Okay, so that's pretty much where I'm at. I've just been kind of investing in myself and trying to figure out like basic tasks like keeping my house clean and like feeding myself and getting organized and actually like structuring my time, because I'm really like, that's what's really frustrating, is like I'm really capable of showing up for other people, but like when it comes to me, I just can't do it. I mean, I'm not gonna say I can't, but I won't do it. So I'm changing that, and I'm creating like systems to allow me to show up for myself better. And I'm learning things. Like the other day I learned how to change a dryer belt, and I saved a lot of money. And I also like sorry, I also like fixed my leaky sink. So I'm doing things, like I'm capable, and I'm proving my inner critic wrong. Like I can do this. But anyway, like I don't really know. Like I don't want to make any promises for like what's next. Like I still want to release that zine video, but I haven't finished the zine. And I still need to like record a little like outro thing for that. But it's probably coming soon once I feel like inspired. And I've also been like really thinking about my deck, like an alternate reality oracle. I want to get back up on that because I know I kind of just left it in the dust for a while, and like I am gonna take steps to like make it at home and like document the process. And I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm just really excited to experiment with that, but it just feels like such a huge like task to start. Like once I finally start, it'll be fine, but I don't know. I know like exactly how I'm gonna go about it, but it's just like taking that first step, man. But yeah, that's in the works at some point. And yeah, so if you made it this far, like, pretty cool. Hope this wasn't like, I don't know, I'm not gonna say too much because it is what it is, and that's where I'm at. So hopefully maybe you can relate because you're a fellow human being, and if not, like, that's cool because maybe you're doing a lot better than I am. I don't know. I don't want to say that. It's judgmental. But yeah, like, either way, like, if you're here, thanks for being here. And if you have any thoughts, or I don't know, it's always good to not feel like you're just talking to yourself and just existing in a vacuum. I'm just kidding. Okay. Alright, friends. I guess I'm gonna go. But, oh yeah, like, I'm not gonna get on a whole long thing, but basically, like, I've been going to therapy too, and I feel like that's been really helpful, like, just to have time to myself and, like, just uncover all these, like, patterns that I'm carrying out in my relationships, and just, like, kind of interrupting those. And I think, like, just understanding them, like, first has been really helpful. So, I don't know, I'm just, like, really enjoying, like, thinking about, like, I hope this doesn't sound like selfish or like self-absorbed, but like just thinking about like how, like, who I am as a person, and like how I act, and like how I am with people, and like where that comes from. It's just like, I don't know, I feel like it's really healing just to understand like yourself and give yourself like that time and attention. But yeah, thanks for listening, and more to come but I just feel like I can't like force these things. Maybe there'll be a time when I can like show up more like regularly and all that, but until then I'm just gonna respect my capacity and do what I can do. So I'm finally leaving. Yeah.